Hello, everyone. It's Randolph McMillan. Sitting here thinking about all the years that I had spent stuttering, and thought maybe there was a way I can help those who have a major problem with it, and problem stuttering themselves and how they're handling it, like right now, since they're in quarantine, and they're not able to communicate, their friends or their family that have this virus or whatever, and they're just stuck, just miserably with having blocks or just being not being able to spit out, not being able to share, not being able to share what they want to share. Obviously, I'm stuttering all my life since I was about 8 years old, and I kind of know about, and it's been like on and off. It's been something that I've had to deal with, and for the last 40 years almost, and I've kind of like, I guess I've reached a certain point in my life where you got to get to the point where you're okay with having something like that. You're able to be okay with just realizing that your stutter doesn't make who you are. You are just you are perfect regardless if you have a stutter or not. And you got to get to a certain place where there are people that have it a lot worse than we do. In wheelchairs and paralyzed and burn victims, and I mean, there's people that they have a lot worse situations. Even though it's hard, and awkward, and people, they don't know how to deal with it, and they think, what's wrong, or like, what's going on? Why is he talking like that? A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't, and they don't necessarily always take you seriously in your aptitudes, or like you know, how you work, or like they might kind of like, they might overlook you. And I've had a lot of that. But like I guess I've gotten to a certain place in my life where stuttering doesn't get in my way of living, or just, I guess, since I'm a Leo as well. I'm a musician. I played in bands when I was a kid, and and also, I guess when you're a teenager, I guess when you're, I, I had, I was very lucky in the way that my parents were very social, and my family was very social, and my I had a brother, I had a brother and sister that kind of like helped kind of mold me and who I am. I had an older brother and an older sister, and kind of like I was able to. I mean, and I was able to ride. I was able to ride the certain status of them in junior high and high school. So, um, I guess what I mean, but I guess what I mean by that, it when my brother left high school, I came in. So I had his last name. So when I got there, it was like, oh, meet Millen. Not really going to class. You're coming with us. And so I did happen to get in a lot of trouble because I wanted to be liked. You know, I and I used to do a lot of things in order to be liked. And I did a lot of drugs and alcohol in my teens and early 20s, because I really wanted to be liked. I wanted to fit in. I wanted, and and at all costs. I mean, I did some really stupid things to a lot of people, and I hurt a lot of people as well. And and but a lot of those things that I went through in life, I mean, all those made me who I am. I mean, all of the all of the situations that I went through kind of taught me that I'm not any different from anyone else, other than the fact that I have something that keeps me from being able to speak clearly. It's sometimes, and some people have it a lot worse than I do, and so I mean, there's a lot of different attitudes about stuttering that people have, and I guess having stuttering themselves, and there's a lot of self-hatred that goes on. And I went through that. I mean, there are moments where I can't speak and it's really hard, and right now I'm not stuttering at all, but I do stutter hardly. And I I just want to say, I just want to say to those who have this problem that that um that there is going to get there's going to be a point in time where therapy might not always work, and there are things you can do in order to be able to live happy, whether or not you have it or not. Whether or not you stutter, whether or not you don't stutter, it doesn't matter. There's gotta be something that you're gonna have to rely on, kind of within yourself, to realize that you're okay, and you're okay being who you are, whether or not you have it or not. You're gonna make friends. There are gonna be people people that come in your life and out of your life, and stuttering has been also a good barometer of. There are a lot of people that judge. There are a lot of people that don't judge, and the people that don't judge and want to spend time with you and want to love you for who you are, those are the ones that you want around. The ones you have to chase after love and do whatever they think that you need to do in order to be worthy for their friendship. So the ones you need to run far away from. I've come. It's taken 30 something years to figure that one out. I made a lot of bad decisions, and I had to go through a lot of just bad decisions, and but you know what? I wouldn't trade one bad decision, one bad outcome, because today, but whether or not I'm a stutter or not, I'm Randall Millen, and I love myself today, and not just. You have to get to almost a spiritual place. Search, you have to look for something outside yourself that's going to make you feel peaceful, whether it be meditation. You find a way. I, I have certain techniques. I have certain techniques that I use. And God, if only I had a video. If I had a video of the way I used to speak when I was a kid, it was just horrible, And I went through a lot of therapy. I went to a lot of all cure all cure-all places that used to like so they could cure me, and you walk out of here starting amazing. Anyway, that's me babbling on about stuttering. I will have more on this subject later on. Um, I guess if there's anyone out there that feels like they're alone in this, or they don't have anywhere to go, I'm here for you. And I can relate. You're not alone. You're not alone in this. You're not alone. And and the horrible days that happen are just days. They're just days. They're just bad days. You'll have good days. You'll have bad days, and the bad ones are just bad. And you'll and stuttering is not something that, and I know it feels like you want to. I know that a lot of you feel like you want to kill yourself sometimes, and it's the only way out, and it causes extreme depression, and it feels like no one understands, and I can't talk, I can't get my words out, so people think you're stupid and not smart and unintelligent, and make fun of you or whatever. It's like, a lot of those people that make fun of you are also getting that on the other end from other people, from their problems, their I guess what all I'm saying is that you are who you are, and you are who you are, and you must celebrate who you are. Don't ever think that you're less than because you stutter. Love yourself. Be happy with yourself. Grow. Have amazing relationships. Talk to people. Go up to them. It's amazing. It's amazing the amount of people that will actually listen. Anyway, have a good night. All right, bye.